so the heroes were able to successfully split up the villain's main forces. Shigaraki was transported to the Coffin in the Sky, Midoriya as the center of the offense to take him down, All For One was transported to Gunga Villa, Endeavor, Hawks and their team went there to take him down, Dabi was taken to the Kamino Ward, Todoroki, Tenya, and Endeavor's sidekicks will be fighting him since they're great with dealing with fire, and since Toga is the most unpredictable, she was sent to the Okudo Island, and Gang Orca, Ochako, and Froppy was sent there to deal with her since they have the most experience fighting her. Toga yanked Deku through the warp hole she went through, completely throwing a wrench in the hero's plans, because Deku's the most important piece in the hero's offense, and he's the only one capable of fighting Shigaraki. So this meant Genis and the other heroes are gonna just have to fight Shigaraki alone. Thank goodness for Manuma's copy quirk. Using Aizawa's eraser, for the time being he's able to keep Shigaraki from using decay. But this is Shigaraki we're talking about. Even without his quirks, he easily smashed Mariko, shattering her mechanical arm and leg into pieces. Luckily she has plenty of backups, but she can't just be charging in on the strongest villain in the world like that. Shigaraki is still insanely strong, and without his quirks, he's still able to create an infinite amount of hands. This is bad because those hands are strong enough to crush the heroes, and once he can use his quirks again, every single one of those hands will be able to use decay. Mirko and Great Explosion, Murder God Dynamite were about to fight, but luckily Genis was there to keep them focused, because why are y'all about to fight when Shigaraki is right there about to kill both of y'all? Midoriya requested a warp to get back to the Coffin in the Sky to fight Shigaraki, but that was a no-go because it would take Manoma 10 seconds to switch from using Eraser to warp and bring Midoriya back where he was. To do that and then switch back to using Eraser would take around 20 seconds, but Shigaraki with his quirks would be able to kill all the heroes in the Coffin in the Sky in like 5 seconds. So Midoriya would have to get there on his own because Manoma cannot stop using Eraser. Their lives literally depend on it. Genis told the heroes they could defeat Shigaraki even without Midoriya, which more than likely means he smoked a lot of marijuana before he left the house that morning, because there's no way they're beating Shigaraki without Midoriya. Okudo Island is 200 kilometers off the coast in the Pacific Ocean, so it's going to take Midoriya quite a while to make it back. Plus they got their hands full of fighting the villains and jailbreakers there. Danger Sense is unable to detect Toga as a threat, even when she's trying to stab Midoriya with a knife, because although she's filled with murderous intent, she gets a genuine affection by harming others, so she's a bad matchup for Midoriya. Not only that, but she confessed her love to him. She wants Midoriya to be her boyfriend. For her, it was love at first sight. She saw him all beat up and worn down, just how she liked her men. He looked just like her first crush, who she killed and drank his blood. She didn't feel like she was asking for much from him. All she wanted was to grab him and vacuum suck his blood. That's all. Now him being a nerd and not that good with women, hearing that she wanted him to be her boyfriend, he started blushing and got shy and nervous, even though he's in the middle of a war where the world as they know it hangs in the balance. On top of that, Ochako got jealous from all of this. Mind you, this is the same war where the safety of the world hangs in the balance. Ochako tried to get through to Toga, but Toga is no longer interested in her. She only wants Midoriya now. She distracted Ochako with one attack to get behind her and stab her, and now that she got Ochako blood, of course she's about to drink it. Thankfully, Froppy and Midoriya was able to get Toga away from Ochako. Midoriya saw his opening to leave and took it, almost giving a bird a heart attack as he shot past it. He was using Float, Fajin, and Air Force to travel at a very high speed, but seeing that every second Shigaraki got closer and closer to being able to use his quirks, Midoriya didn't feel like he was traveling fast enough. He was tempted to use Gear Shift, but he was advised to only use that as a last resort, and also to not use One For All at 100%, because injuring himself just to get to the fight would make it harder for the heroes to win the war. Dabi's flames were burning brighter than ever, and he was disappointed that Endeavor didn't come fight him himself. Instead, he sent Todoroki, Tenya, and his little sidekicks. Dabi was looking at them like this is about to be a walk in a park, but something tells me defeating them won't be as easy as he think it'll be. The next episode is honestly where all the real fights begin. Dabi vs Todoroki, Toga vs Ochako, where Toga is probably going to use twice his quirk. Endeavor and Hawks versus All For One. That's going to be crazy. And of course, Midoriya vs Shigaraki. I hope all the heroes are able to make it out of this alive. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.